What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Girls Aloud. Once again, big shout out to Flemish Giant for providing this catalog. We're continuing through What Will the Neighbours Say, 2004. And the next tune is Hear Me Out, which is amusing in the sense that the phrase is typically used when one expects some hesitation, skepticism, or even outright displeasure at whatever you're about to say, whether that's a prescription for what must be done, for a particular assessment of what has taken place or what is occurring. So, yes, it seems like a setup when you're aware that the person listening might not be entirely enthusiastic for what you have to say. So, I'm curious how that might play out in a given narrative or a scene that is set. Let's see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Girls Aloud. The track is... Luca, what are you doing up here? You're causing problems. Well, hopefully she doesn't... Yeah, see, don't sit near the speakers. Yeah, hopefully she causes no problems during this, but this is Girls Aloud. The track is Hear Me Out, and it's from the 2004 album, What Will the Neighbours Say?
A little gold was working its way out and made a star to guide me on my way. Somewhere deep inside, I remembered what it's all about. I took my time, but now I think I'll have my say. Hear me out. I've done my running, believe me, without a doubt. I no longer take the blame. Hear me out. My heart is broken and bleeding, but it's beating. No other man I love is gonna leave me in the rain. I know I was lost, but now I'm found. As the rain pours down the window, and I've turned my life around. I'm no longer here in limbo. No more dramas, leave the scar on my pillow. When my life came tumbling down, now I can see which way I'm going. Follow my heart, that's what they say. Never too small, can't stop me growing. Taking the world on day by day. Follow the way the wind is blowing. Free to explore and find my way. I'll take all the stuff that life is throwing. This is the chance to have my say. Yeah. Hear me out. I've done my running, believe me, without a doubt. I no longer take the blame. Hear me out. My heart is broken and bleeding, but it's beating. No other man I love is gonna leave me in the rain. Hear me out. I've done my running, believe me, without a doubt. I no longer take the blame. Hear me out. My heart is broken and bleeding, but it's beating. No other man I love is gonna leave me in the rain. I was lost, but now I'm found. As the rain pours down the window, and I've turned my life around. I'm no longer here in limbo. No more dramas, leave the scar on my pillow.
A lovely little tune. I enjoy the ambience of this one. It's one of those ballad-like tracks, which is both sad yet also cathartic, at least if I'm hearing the lyrics right. Which is to say, it seems less like you're not gonna like at least the beginning of what you're about to hear, though maybe there's a bit of that, but more like you have to understand where I'm coming from. So before I can tell you why I'm never gonna let a man I love leave me in the rain again, you have to understand that I've been broken, my heart's been bleeding, and I've been through a lot, which is why I'm now trying to turn my life around, which is why this bit of gold that I could still muster in my heart has to manifest and begin to externalize. So, yes, it feels more like asking for patience, not necessarily you're not going to like a lot of what you're going to hear. Though, again, maybe in part because if she explained what she's doing and what she's resolving without giving the context, without giving the backstory, maybe the person listening like, no, you got to give love a chance, and love is it's this beautiful thing that we all want. And I think the narrator would say yes, and I still want that, but I've been shaped by my experiences. I've been hurt, I've been damaged, I've been sad, and thus there's a path that I now have to follow, and I now have to be true to myself. I have to take care of myself and not just blindly throw myself at an infatuation or someone who claims that they have my best interest in mind, and so on. So yes, I feel like there is both a rehabilitation and also a burial of previous experiences and emotions that are hopefully now will be in the rearview mirror and not the front view screen. So yes, I think the song was also sung beautifully. We obviously get some different styles of vocals, some very pristine and melodic vocals, but also like whispered, spoken type of vocals. There's even a reference to Amazing Grace, the idea of having once been lost but now having been found, which again speaks to that cathartic and restorative type of quality to the themes at play, again, as I caught them on a first listen. So yeah, not the driving, energetic dance style sonics that we've heard in some of their other tunes, not like a catchy chorus pop type of song, but one that is, again, more in like a ballad R&B type of vein, and I enjoyed it because it felt a bit anomalous, and also just because I think it's melodically beautiful. I did notice that very rapid fire type of bass. I mean, it was spacious or sparing, meaning it wasn't constant. It would have this little run and then a rest and then another little run, but it was deep and foundational, but also had some dynamic energy to it at the base of an otherwise smooth and flowing type of track. So that sonic detail did stand out, but yeah, definitely a good one. I absolutely enjoyed this, in part because it felt like it was off in a slightly different direction than a number of their other tunes have been. So yes, enjoying the ride. Thank you again to Flemish Giant, as well as to Mark, who's been commenting on a number of the reactions, as well as a handful of others who chimed in on particular songs. Let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.